acceptable to cosmic consciousness. And so yeah, going back to raising vibration, I mean, yeah, you can do it with music, you can do it with prayer, you can do it with shungite stones. Actually, I brought some shungite stones. You guys want to?
I
You guys
do.
know
I
shungite,
want to
right?
see it. I used to have
I got a few different
piece,
ones
but
here.
I don't know where it went.
I love
Yeah,
show
these
and
are,
tell.
these are the shungite stones, my four magical friends here. But yeah, they're over 2 billion years old. Yeah, you guys want to hold one for the show?
Yeah.
You guys-
What is
Are
this stuff do?
they
Is
kind of
this-
hematite or
is this
no?
gonna-
They're not.
No, it's
No,
shungite.
It's
Shungite.
shungite. It's actually in Russia. They're found in Russia, but I think that's actually, in the future they're going to make filters out of these. Some people already have shungite filters, but what it does is it actually emits so much positive energy inside the water. It changes the structural integrity of the water. I mean, just like any vibration does. But this one, the guy who found this, found out how empowering it is for the water, actually got a Nobel Prize for the discovery.
What does it do to the water?
It basically has like a magnetic function where it releases a lot of positive energy. Like it's the closest relative to this is like the diamond is actually a relative of shungite. So they're very, very hard. They're very tough. This one right here, this shiny one, is elite shungite. So it's a little bit more of a emits more of a pure vibration more than the regular.
Can I see that one
does.
too? Because I got
This one's the shiny one here. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the that's the super powerful.
Oh, this
one
is
there.
like it looks very like crystalline or something.
Yeah. So that's another thing people are starting to do now is putting them on their cell phones, their laptops, and then it dissipates the harmful radiation as well, right? Because it's emitting actually a good radiation that actually empowers the water and doesn't disturb it. So yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things we're going to do in the future is. We were talking about last time about raising the pH level of the water. You already have a pH filter here, which is great. You're already ahead of the game. And so I think that's what we're going to do in the future is make these huge pH shungite filter water purifier empowerers. And so I think that's the future is to look at what all sacred geometry, what all words, what all vibrations empower water the most, and use everything that we learned from that experiment, like Dr. Emoto's experiment, to actually create a water filter, not just a water filter, but a water amplifier, like something that empowers the water, that energizes you, right? I did this experiment by accident. This is one of the things that actually made me create the water bear. It was my first alchemy experiment, and it happened by accident. And I don't tell too many people about this, but I'll tell you guys.
But you're going to tell us on
So yeah,
on live television.
I'm going to tell you guys my alchemy secret here. So yeah, I mean, lots of people say alchemy is about transmuting lead into gold, right? I mean, lots of people say it's just a spiritual metaphor for turning ego into spirit, and to serve spirit.
Sorry, what is?
Alchemy.
Alchemy.
Okay, right.
Turning lead into gold, ego into spirit. The same force that's turning caterpillars into butterflies, coal into diamonds, water into snowflakes, right? That same force is working on us, right? The same force that turns rocks into rubies. And so what I learned from this experiment is, after researching Dr. Emoto, I got this wine bottle and I put love and gratitude all over this wine bottle. And I was going through a cleanse at the time too, so I put the Master Cleanse formula, which is cayenne pepper, there's honey, there's maple syrup I put in there, lemon juice, freshly squeezed lemons, and cinnamon. And
I used to do that
yeah
stuff.
Yeah. And so I put way too much cayenne pepper though.
It's actually
So-
pretty tasty.
No, there's no such thing.
It was way too powerful. I couldn't drink it. And so I had this jade stone sitting in the window, right, because it was absorbing light. And I put that jade stone into this wine bottle as well. It was just a souped up Master Cleanse, right? It was sitting in the window, had all the greatest ingredients in it, love and gratitude, all beautiful symbology. I just empowered the hell right out of this bottle of water, right? It was just a heavenly divine grail by the time I was done with it. Anyways, 2 weeks later passed by. I couldn't drink it because it was way too spicy. I just couldn't do it. And I looked at the jade rock at the bottom. There was this red soot, because there's so much cayenne pepper, and it just covered the green jade rock. So I'm pouring it down the sink, and not thinking too much of it. And all of a sudden,
getting rid of it at this point. After
yeah, I'm just dumping it down. Yeah.
So much into
it
it.
was too spicy. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Too powerful. Eh?
Giving the gift of that to the
I was,
sewage
I was-
system. And
yeah,
yes.
exactly. I was cleansing the pipes.
Yes.
And so out pops the rock, and it was no longer a green jade rock. This thing was white and gold, like pure glowing white.
What?
And it had like, you know, lightning, like roots or like trees. It had that like a branching effect of gold all around this white rock. So all this vibration transmuted this green jade rock into a white and gold rock. Isn't that amazing? So if that can do that to jade, maybe there is actually a vibrational equation to transfer lead into gold or something like that. And so that's.
Did you bring that piece of jade here?
Oh, I should
Yeah,
have. I still have it at
seriously.
home. Next time I come in, I'll bring it. Yeah.
So, and it stayed the way that it is now?
It did. Did change over time, but it is.
It didn't go
it's
back
still
to the original, did it? Or
It did. It did go back a little bit green afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's still gold and white in it. Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting. I wonder
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
to what extent, like at a molecular
And it wasn't
level
like
or
something that
whatever.
was on it. It actually changed the whole rock.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just the cover, eh? So.
What do you think it was? Was it the cayenne pepper? Was it the love vibration? Or
I think all of it, all of it was really good. I mean, I think the cayenne pepper, shamans use cayenne pepper for a lot of different stuff. Actually, one of my buddies told me he got an intuitive nudge. This guy couldn't walk, and he found this dead snake, and he put the dead snake on the guy's back, covered it in cayenne pepper, and it was burning. He was in so much pain, but the guy actually walked, and he doesn't know how. And he's not even really a medicine man. He just had this intuitive nudge. Okay, this is what would actually work to heal this guy's back problems, so he could walk again. And he was in, he was in a trip at the Amazon rainforest, and must have just been tapping into some kind of shamanistic channel, and he healed this guy. But cayenne pepper is very powerful. It's used in a lot of shamanic ceremonies, apparently, this was a little ceremony for me. I think the cayenne pepper was a big aspect in that. But I think the biggest thing was just the love and gratitude, the vibration, all the positive words. Looking at it every once in a while and just continuing to put positive energy into that bottle. I mean, the master cleanse too. I mean, even just the master cleanse, right? Like you're consciously putting that master cleanse into the bottle. But yeah, it was such an experiment. There's so much stuff that needs to be studied in this experiment, But I encourage people to try this at home.
I totally thought where you were going with that was that it was actually going to leach all of the cayenne out of it, and you were going to be able to drink the water and the juice after all.
See, I would have still drunk it anyway. Corey.
Yeah.
At least that's what I'm saying.
Next
I do that
time,
for breakfast every morning.
Well, no,
Spitting out fire.
I mean, a couple times I've taken just cayenne pepper, mixed it in water, and just threw it, chug it back, and it's like, I mean, you go through an experience.
It wakes you up. Yeah.
it's like having a big spoonful of wasabi and just getting that whole head rush.
No, you have it like, I mean, it hurts at first, and then, but at some point, you kind of emerge, and you're like this. Oh,
You bond with it. Yeah.
You feel like really calm, and like it does. It's amazing stuff. And I even heard that if somebody's having a heart attack, like a teaspoon of cayenne pepper will stop the heart attack immediately.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
So, or throw it, maybe mix it in a glass of water and just drink it.
Right. And it would thin the blood too. I would imagine as well. So I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a great, powerful, super herb to use for so many things. Yeah.
Okay.
Especially
So
cleansing.
yeah. So now, because we've been talking about water, that's what we were talking about the last time you were here. So
Yeah.
well, you got the new book coming out. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about
the business and all because you're publishing a book a week, is it?
Yes,
It's like
yes.
pretty ambitious.
Yeah, it's very, very, very busy time, but it's so exciting, and I'm just juicing from the passion of it, just trying to squeeze every moment of it, because it gets to that point, like when you finish a book, and you're just in that editing phase, and you're just keep on pouring love into it, just like that bottle, right? Like you go back to that bottle and keep putting love into it. So that's what books are for me. It's just like you keep on putting so much love into it until it's fulfilled, and then it's like you're releasing a child into the world or a grown up at that point, right? And you're like, okay, it's time for you to go on your own journey now, right? And so it's very exciting seeing all my children go out into the world and see what the world thinks of them. But so Awakening, the newest book that's coming out is called I Am Light Being. I Am Light Being Love is also what people is another word for it. But basically just 3 different words for God or source, whatever you want to call it. I am light, being, love. So it's basically all the same thing, just in a combination of, it's an attempted realization of what we can be.
Is this another book that you've written then, or is this another author?
Yeah, no, this is one that I've written, but so many people have helped me write this one. It's basically a combination of the greatest quotes that have ever been woven in the fabric of space-time. So there's Bob Marley, there's Gandhi, there's Buddha, there's Jesus, there's millionaires, billionaires, extraordinaires, people who have, made solar flares around the world that have caused the biggest impact are basically in this book. So the quotes is really big with this thing. The other thing is there's a lot of workshops too. So I try to take the best self-help philosophy from all around the world. I mean, stuff from Stephen Covey, workshops from Anthony Robbins. For instance, just writing a 101 goal list. Like just write, being goal-oriented is so important, because if you don't have goals yourself, you're going to work for someone else who has goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't actually actualize your own dream, you're going to be living in someone else's dream half the time. And so goals are so important. For me, they literally are the stairway to success. Like, if you don't have a goal, you're basically stuck in the middle of the ocean without a rudder, without a paddle. You're just going with the flow. You're not creating your own flow. You don't have no engine. That goals are the engines that drive us towards success. And so just having a 101 goal list, 101 goals of everything you want. Some people call it a bucket list. But it's so important to just have those anchors to know where your future self is going. It really pulls you in the right direction. It pulls all that greatness out of you. And people who aren't motivated or bored, it's just because they don't have any goals, or they don't have good goals that motivate them. It's basically just all about goal setting, how to lift your vibration, how to it's a how-to book, and it follows along basically that premise of lifting your vibration. All about gratitude, keeping a gratitude journal, just saying I'm so happy and grateful for this. I'm so happy and grateful for this. And when you do that every morning, you wake up and just think of what you're grateful for before you plant your feet on the ground. It's like you connect that vibration to the world, and it's with you throughout the whole day.
Yeah, it's true. It works.
It does, yeah.
And it kind of centers you in what you're grateful for, rather than thinking about what you're lacking or what you're not happy about.
And then you just attract things, that you're lacking if you think about lack, right? If you're grateful for, you attract more things that you're grateful for. Obviously, like attracts like. Gratitude is actually a component of love. Like, love and gratitude are basically the same force. It's the same wave, right? Like, because when you find something you're grateful for, usually something you love returns to you. And when you're giving love, then you find something that you're grateful for, and it keeps you in that current. And I think that's the highest frequency that we can be, is love and gratitude, love and gratitude, love and gratitude. And that is I think the ultimate state. And once we're continually in that, nothing can bother us. We're totally protected. We're totally shielded by that ultimate golden vibration. And even if you look at love and gratitude in Dr. Emoto's snowflake, it actually looks golden. Mm-hmm. It is that Midas touch. So love and gratitude is the Midas touch that actually makes things emit that golden frequency.
That's why Donald Trump wants to paint the White House gold.
That's why he's trying to dress himself orange.
I'm sorry, are we saying that Donald Trump is a specially evolved human being?
Oh, maybe he's just applying some things that people aren't applying.
Maybe the amount of gold he has in his life is just shows you the depth of his overcompensation for not having those things.
It could very well be. Playing the Trump card on that. He's
externalized all of his desire to be a better human being into gold fixtures in his washroom.
But yeah, gold is very good for you, though. I mean, I do have a golden glass that I drink of at home. To be honest, I have
out of gold.
My water here. Yeah, I have my water rituals at home. I mean, it's like painted gold. I wish I had a full gold one. But and it's much better to have.
Apparently, Trump is looking for people to stock the White House. Like he needs people to work for him. So you could probably go down there and swing yourself a gold coffee mug.
I don't think I would ever work for him, actually, ever. But thanks for the invitation.
But come on, who needs him more? Who needs you more than he does?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, we could definitely help a lot of the water together if we were on the right team, the same team. But yeah, that's the thing about gold is its structure is designed to survive the test of time. That's why even the pyramid had a golden cap right on it.
And it doesn't corrode. It doesn't.
No,
it doesn't tarnish over time.
Exactly. That's why all the ancients built their statues out of gold, because they knew it would survive the test of time. So gold, it has a lot of secrets to teach us, especially when it comes to alchemy. Gold is just, it's emitting that golden vibration. But we ourselves as human light beings can emit that golden vibration and develop that Midas touch.
Have you studied anything about the what is it, the single atom gold, the monatomic?
Monatomic.
Yeah.
I have heard about that. Yeah, a little bit about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff's fascinating.
Yeah,
I guess
absolutely.
Hugh knows all about that.
Well, here's what I can tell you.
Oh.
Which the gold glass thing is kind of intriguing because apparently, so we know about colloidal gold and silver, right? Colloidal silver is supposed to be very good for infections and stuff like that.
Yep.
And I heard that the early settlers in the West, when they were in their wagon trains or whatever, going across before the railroads were built, they would put a silver coin in their water barrels. And it would keep the water fresh and keep them kind of free from disease and infection and stuff like that. So
That's amazing. Yeah.
So I wonder what putting a gold coin in water would do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, it's water obviously absorbs everything it touches, right? So any structure, like whatever matter is beside it, it has obviously a chemical structure, and water embodies that chemical structure. So when it's in silver, something that silver has that frequency and that geometry that makes it so bacteria can't grow on it, right?
Yeah.
And so when you put that in the water, the whole water that's in that barrel, its structure is changing towards the silver, and so that's why it keeps it fresh. Right?
So I wonder what the effect of the gold would be because. I mean, from what you're talking about the monoatomic gold, right? Which is apparently what the Egyptians used to make their bread. They used to make bread out of monoatomic gold.
Yeah.
Right?
Gold's one of the few things you can actually digest.
And it's supposed to have
One
all
of the
sorts of
metals.
weird properties, like it doesn't have any weight when it's in its monatomic form, and
Nanostate.
Yeah, it's amazing the dimensions that we're accessing at this point of humanity. I mean, in the quantum realms, we're doing a lot. In the bigger, physical world, I think we can do a lot more.
Did we talk about the Mandela effect? Did we talk about that last time you were here?
We did. No, the
Do you
Mandela
know
effect
about that?
Sounds pretty cool.
That's very.
I'm good. You realize I'm actually just going in and tagging all of our liquid lunch videos. I'm actually going to have to watch all of them again so I can tag a warning Mandela effect discussed in this video on all the ones where we actually go into this.
Very cool. No, I love that Mandela effect. That's my favorite kind of art is Mandela.
No, it's
Oh
not
no,
that
it's
though.
like Nelson Mandela.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Mandela instead of Mandela.
I love him
Yeah,
too. He's
it's a long story. We're not going to get into it right now.
I think I should actually. Do you think maybe I should make up a pamphlet? I could actually make a pamphlet and we could hand it out to guests just to warn them about the potential of going into the Mandela effect.
Absolutely.
It's
yeah.
about
Down
alternate
with that.
dimensions and timelines that split off from one another.
Don't
and
blow it.
okay, it's a secret. You're not allowed to know.
Well, I'm very curious now. You guys definitely advertised it well.
You were saying you were talking about actually raising the pH of water. This is actually a lowered pH water, though, right? Because this is an alkaloid. This is an alkaline water, right? So pHs, high pHs are acidic and lower pHs are alkaline, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a balance, obviously. You have
Up
to,
is the new down.
As above, so below. Now below, so above.
And gold is the new black. Literally, I guess, because we've kind of gone from
It's the new
Conrad Black
white.
into.
It's even more shiny.
Okay, Corey. We're going to have to kind of wrap it up.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
where can people go to find out more about the books and to maybe order them or to sign up for finding out about them and all that kind of stuff?
That's a fabulous question. So awakening.org.wordpress.com is the website we got going right now. We actually just launched Awakening. Awakening is on Facebook, so Awaken space INK. Awakening, so all the books are on there on the Facebook page. We also have the Water Bear page that was just created, I believe, yesterday or 2 days ago. So we're getting a bunch of likes there as well. So just type in the Water Bear essence of love and gratitude.
Yeah.
and then that should bring you to the page.
And we're watching for that gold seal on it too. Back to the gold. Is
yeah.
it a gold stick? Is it a sticker? The cup?
There's
the gold
actually a
cup?
golden snowflake on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Back
so
to
you
the
can look out
gold.
for the golden snowflake and keep an eye on that golden cup.
Okay. All right, Corey. This has been great, as it was the last time. Thanks for coming in, and all the best with all this. And love to have you back. So let us know.
Big pleasure,
When you wanna
guys.
come
Thanks for
back.
having me.
We'll have a whole show on the Mandela effect.
That's a good idea. Okay, we're
do
going
it.
to.
Sounds
I
like a
found a
good
new
plan.
Mandela effect. We'll talk about it in a minute. Okay, we're going to take a break. We got Eleanor Healy coming up from trulyme.ca, and we shall continue here on Liquid Lunch, thatchannel.com.